So here I'll be going over some CT Vertigo setups and plays. We're first going to see Sense and Jacob. They're going to set up a pit flash for danger, and then they're going to do a walk take of pit. So to start off with, Jacob's going to be danger player. Sense in the upper left here is going to be setting up the pit flash. They're going to wait for stuff initially. Here, B lurk smoke, then they flash, and Jacob peeks, gets blinded by the T's flash. Now they're going to Molotov the bottom right, so with this smoke up, like directly underneath Jacob, you can't see it, but with that smoke up and this Molotov, the T's have to be where Jacob is looking, on the back of the stairs, or directly underneath Jacob. So when Sense is clearing this, he doesn't have to look at a lot. And he's going to look through the stairs here, sees no one underneath, and then he catches a T coming through the smoke. Now in this round, I'm going to show how they're going to do the same thing, except they encounter no opposition. We're going to look at Sense's pathing. Notice how he's going to walk along the back rail here, then he's going to crouch drop off onto the sandbags, crouch drop off onto the ground, and he's down silently in a great position. Now for the next play I want to show, it's going to be Mattis and QB here. They're going to, the aforementioned lurk smoke, it's very common for the T's to be throwing it. So Mattis and QB are going to set up the pit flash and a nade for the smoke. He hears the smoke come in, flash, nades off it, has the flash come in, he's peeking, finds a player while the smoke is blown up, and then isn't able to get it, so he backs off. But that's one way that you can deal with the T's lurk smoke and capitalize on any information there. So now this round is going to be a little strange. Kiaz and Isaac, they're going to go for a Molotov on B main and also throw a beam flash to like mess up any early T aggression. But now the thing is, Kiaz is going to hesitate to throw his Molotov and throws it kind of strange, I don't know. But now, so because the T's had to go through that, they're not coming up the back stair. They're not coming up the stairs, right? So Kiaz and Isaac know that the T's need to be on the right. So they're going to throw an Nadestack off of the beam here and do about 40-50 damage. Now, the only unfortunate thing is that the nades came in at kind of staggered timings, so the T's moved and they didn't get as much damage as they could have, but it was a good on-the-fly decision to do so. So now getting into some pit aggression, we're going to have Twist. He's going to beam flash, go right of danger, drop to this box. Robs is here at the top, ready to peek and spam if Twists were to take a fight. After that, he's just going to cover the edge of smoke, which Twist isn't watching, and they have complete pit control. Now in this round, I'm going to show a minor variation. Second player is going to throw beam flash, as I mentioned. Kixen is going to jump over danger and drop straight onto where the T's would be coming if they were coming fast. And now, for another example, this is going to be A-core. He's going to be peeking B main with his op. Now, one thing I'll mention is that you could get a run boost from a teammate, but it's still good to go for this pick if they're not like hard rushing B main, hard peeking it every round or something like that. Like if you've disciplined them a little bit with some nades and so on. So you're going to see A-core. He's going to go right side of danger, then swing out to the left side here and catch the opper off guard. And in addition to that, he has Isaac on the upper side who had him covered. Now here is a 3-man push done by Gamer Legion. It's very low util. They are just going to run 2 players up here and just walk down the stairs. A-core is going to be ready at danger. He's for any peeks or anything. Then he's going to set up a flash so he can flash them into B main. They take control, see nothing's there, at least right now. They're going to smoke it off, and that puts so much pressure on the T's. So now for B setups, I'm only going to really show one here. It's because a lot of the 2B setups are going to be a mixture of you have a player who's like either triple and then your B anchor is probably like danger or white box or quad or something like that, or watching like the danger boost from back double. So I don't think it bears needing to see a lot of examples. Generally, it's going to just be about covering like something that your teammate might not be watching, or your teammate's just covering one angle while you're focused in on like a boost or something like that to get the frag, or you just tucked in while he takes contact. Now we're going to see Twists in this round. He's going to come up, Molotov, etc. Rops is going to come back to him on B, so Twist is going to opt to stay danger, and we're going to look at this. So he's going to crouch back against the wall, then while crouched, hop up, so that he can get into position without Esatag seeing him. If he were to have normal jumped up, Esatag, who's on those back stairs, would have likely seen him. Now you have Twist is going to move into position to watch for the wire boost here. So if there were any ETs, probably like in this general area, they would be boosting up. And then meanwhile, on the side cam, you have Rops here, who is going to be jiggling the wire boost and the stairs. Now, he's going to get a frag here, but I'm going to show when he's peeking the stairs. In this example, we have QB, who's going to be jiggling it, and you can see where his crosshair is. What the heck? You'll notice that Diha here is going to peek, and his crosshair is perfectly aimed for his head. And so he's going to get a ton of damage there and fend Diha off. And so now in regards to solo B stuff, I wanted to show, first, the most common smoke used is going to be this top stairs smoke. Now, in this round, we're not going to see the CTs play with it, but it blocks off a lot of things for the Ts here. So first off, this smoke is going to stop the wire boost in its entirety, and it's actually going to block a lot of white box lineups where people would line up to throw like a white box nade, Molotov, all that sort of thing. Secondly, it's going to, if the Ts want to do anything in front of the smoke, without having a player lurk up, they need to get, if they're going to boost a player danger, he's pretty much on his own. You need to have like a read or like some sort of util to like get him that ground to get up here. As it's very easy for a CT to just say sit double and watch it, or sit white box and watch it, all of that sort of thing. And so we're going to see the smoke get cycled again. And so that's, with smokes in the CS2, that's a whole 20 seconds of that just being completely blocked off. Now, there are a couple options that this does open up for the Ts. One thing is that this smoke is fairly close to B site, so they can kind of group up and pop behind it. The other, as we're going to see here, is Fallen is going to come and get boosted on top of Cello, and he's going to, oh man, he's going to see if he can get any angles here, but he doesn't find anything. And then they're going to group up and exec B. And so I also wanted to mention Queserado's backstairs smoke here that he throws. This one is also a good option, as it means that the Ts can't take as much ground to, like, they can't group up behind the smoke as well to pop here, as the smoke is going to bloom further back, and that means if they're going to try to come through, all of this close area here is really tough to deal with, as your flashes are typically going to go over into sight and so on. And the other thing too is that it, with that smoke there, it encourages going for like a wire boost or a danger boost, because that's really the only picks that you can kind of get here as a D. And so, well, while I missed it there a little bit, we see that that's what Kixan and Sense are going to do in this round here. And now I just wanted to show an example of this smoke against like a hit that's coming in. It's going to be thrown at the same time as the hit is going in. You'll notice that the Ts are going to Molotov danger, because again, that's an area that's not going to get flashed, and they need that cleared as they're going up. And Queserado is going to swing and reposition after his smoke starts blooming, and he's going to find Jacob coming up. He turns away from the first flash, and then he is able, as you can see, to get a 1v1 on Jacob, because Kixan, who's coming through, I'm not sure why he's turned, he doesn't need to turn from any of his team's flashes, is going to be, even if he was looking forward, is going to be split by the smoke, and even in this case, bumped onto Jacob, so he's still gray screen. And he finds the frag afterwards, after Jacob goes down. So for Util, come into this left corner, in top left rectangle, jump through. That's going to be your top stairs smoke, booms like so. For backstairs smoke, you line up this plate on the box with the wall here, and then you're going to aim top left of this and left click throw. Now for the flashes, come onto this cone, line up middle of this beam, and we're going to see there's a bolt here on the wall. Go out to the right, there's a notch. You're going to go further to the right into the middle of that beam and left click throw. And that's going to land in the pit. The other variation is come into the middle of this, and then you see this one and this window. You're going to make a right angle, left click throw. You're going to go into the pit as well. I've also seen D-Ha throw aim below the red on top of that beam. Goes right over danger, but it's a bit, I don't know, a bit more exposed. I don't like it as much. Now as for the util on B main, the Molotov that Kioz hesitated to throw, pretty standard throw. It's just one that requires a bit of practice, you know, jump, strafe in, release it. But Isaac has like a loose lineup where he aims at this yellow mark on the floor, and then after a bit, comes out and strafes. But at least for me, like, I don't know, it doesn't work for me so well, maybe. I don't know, if it works for you, it works for you. Other than that, I saw sometimes Sense would throw a nade like this, but the problem with this is that you need best spawn, and it's also really easy to just like bump this sometimes because you don't want to overexpose yourself in case the T's go for like something fast or a pick. So what I've seen some players do, namely Donk is the first one I remember, is you'll come over around this general area, jump and throw your nade. And so if you aim like higher, of course, nade will go deeper. If you aim lower, it'll be closer to B main. So that's a really safe, really easy option. I would do it even if I didn't have best spawn, probably. And lastly, for the nade into B, or the flash into B main, just double click and aim roughly around there. It's kind of loosey-goosey. But yeah, that's it.